folks, as the Vikings get set to do battle with the Cincinnati Bengals. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Now a first down throw. Webb. He'll get this one underneath to Kamara. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw, Webb. Back to Kamara for another catch. That catch good for only a couple. I think you would agree, just a good decision right there. Goes for the safe play, gets some yardage out of it.
And showed some toughness as well. As you noted, he stayed right in there. Saw the rush was coming, hung in there, took the hit, dumped it out to the outside, and now they pick up some yardage, and you have a back that's grateful to you and will continue to make.
Touchdown, Vikings! Alvin Kamara, Charles, a guy from your alma mater there in Knoxville, and he has developed into a perennial Pro Bowler on the strength of big plays like we just saw there.
I think defensively, when you look at a play like that, that's when everyone looks at their teammates and starts shaking their heads a little bit, because now you're wondering, what are we in for? Worked all week to try and limit the big play ability that he possesses, and he winds up taking one to the house in the very first quarter. That was a tremendous run.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. Good footwork at the 30, and he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That one good for 10 yards, and it'll be second and very short.
It's second and inches at the 35-yard line.
Burrow now off the bootleg. Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. He's just got to be thinking, I hope that's not a harbinger of things to come. Very first pass of the afternoon picked.
And where do you go from here? Because when you start that way, do you allow that to seep into you and stay with you the rest of the game? Or do you find a way out of it? We're going to find out.
And this is caught inside the 5. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A big play there for Minnesota. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he gets him a little bit closer. Takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. The kick by Pinheiro is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. Flush to his right. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout. And that means your offense has to keep pace.
They'll come up now on a second and long after the hold. After the penalty, it's Mixon. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 56 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. He rifles one that's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And the Vikings are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
2nd and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard. And the line to gain here is the 37 on third down. Out of the gun, it's Webb. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. On first down, it's Webb. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
Well, this offense will definitely utilize him as a weapon out of the backfield because he was close to 100 yards receiving a week ago. So they will try to get him the football in space as they did right there.
Eluding the pressure right. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
It's Logan Wilson there to bring him down.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
It's a pickup of 19 yards on the play, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
Bengals nothing.
On third down, it's Robertson. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the line.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. And this is caught. Touchdown. Wait, hold a second here. Flag down. Let's see if this will stand. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0. Here is Wishnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll hand it off here. This is Mixon. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 66 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. On 2nd and very short, Burrow. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is caught. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Evan McPherson now for the PAT. And it's 17-7. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football, because as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change, a quarterback, running back, tight end, it doesn't matter. Get better players, better system, so they can play to the standards of the defense, and the win column will result. We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Two minutes gone by, second quarter. Off play action, it's Webb. Going deep this time for Miller. Touchdown! Scotty Miller, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. The extra point splits the uprights. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Here is Wishnowski to boot it away following the touchdown.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25.
The Bengals drive about to get going. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. Dancing away at the 35. And he's got some space here. He's at the 30. 10, 5. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. The CD, I mean, there are touchdown runs, and then there are touchdown runs. And that one certainly fell into the latter category. And that deserves a couple exclamation points.
And this is a play defensively where you're just looking around and saying, what was that? What just happened? You're looking at your teammates, they're looking at you. And let's face it, your defensive coordinator, he's not going to tip his cap to it. That's not how football works, but he probably should have after that run. That was absolutely sensational.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. And we seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is make sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off near the 26, and he will bring it back. It's a pick six for a Bengals TD. McPherson on for the point after. It's up and good, and this now becomes a 24-21 ball game.
24, Bengals 21.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they gave up the pick six, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up. But you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
Well, he was a busy man in the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
On 1st and 10, Webb going up top for Miller. This is intercepted. Picked off at the 18. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here 1st and 10 at their own 18. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold them to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked off near the 44, and they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
They're watching the film, and it's working. Here's 2nd and 10. A play fake. Now Webb. Kamara's got the first down and then some. And he's going to get it all the way down to the 10-yard line. A big play that time on the catch and run. So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. 83 yards on the ground for him so far.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
They'll run it with Kamara. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
That's a nice example of good team defense right there. Ball was snapped at the 1-yard line. They knocked them back and caused a loss. But you notice they were trying to find any type of a gap to run through. Wasn't one available, and they stuffed the play right there in the middle of the field.
From back at the 3 now, this is 3rd and goal. Webb to throw. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This is up and good from Pinheiro. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They force the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Well, that's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, and defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position.
Now Burrow loses the football. Offensively, lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Webb. Catch is made here by Irv Smith Jr. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. So they keep the ball, but work to do on 2nd and long. Here's Webb. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw. A free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that will give them the lead here as we get on towards halftime. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
Made at the 25-yard line. The Vikings take over 1st and 10. At their own 20.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they really won't have much time to work with. Just 19 seconds showing on the clock. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
2nd down and goal. Burrow dumps it off to Mixon. Touchdown, Bengals! Joe Mixon in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bengals would extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is up to 8.
Vikings 27.
4 seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
A final shot before break. Webb. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3.
Good work, boy. Let's go. Let's go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in the second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, second down. On second down, here's Mixon. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the plays we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Bengals.
Mixon with a first down carry. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 169 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. Now Burrow on first down. Flushed out right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And the Vikings will take over here at their own 14-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Webb. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds.
And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now, that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did. And they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Webb now. And my goodness, another interception. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw. This goes out wide for Mixon. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
Another try for Mixon. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon, his 25th touchdown, tying him at Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Bengals use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now Webb. Going deep this time for Miller. He's got a man complete. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big connection on that one, 37 yards. Here's Webb. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 19, the 40. 20, 10, and he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. The mistakes continuing to pile up, and it looked like they were going to be able to eat into that deficit. Instead, now the deficit is even larger.
Yeah, they were on a march with a chance to get back within a score, but now that deficit continues to grow.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead opens up now to 22 points.
Vikings 27.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Pulls it in at the 13. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play too.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's... Said and done.
Minnesota Vikings. 1st and 10 at the 25.
On first down, Webb. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Scotty Miller, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
The Bengals take over first and 10.
The Bengals drive about to get going. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive. They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action.
Bengals 49.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Burrow will throw. And this will be caught by Mooney. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
And defensive back Jamal Adams in on the stop. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Mixon. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. From the gun to give to Mixon. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line.
A gain of 9 yards. First down, Cincinnati.
Now Burrow. Throw left side complete. That's Fletcher. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Oh, able to avoid him. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking. Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 23. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails because they had it going pretty good last time too. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
They'll run on first down. Mixon taking it right down Broadway. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Well, that is a running back who is not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him.
And that, in a nutshell, shows you what this guy is made of. I mean, most guys in the NFL just can't do that. He absorbed the contact, refocused himself, and made a break for the end zone.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
The Vikings on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. Off play action. Webb. Open man is Miller. He's got it. And he will have the Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now a first down throw. Webb. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now we've got movement up front, and I think this is going to be on Minnesota. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. To throw, Webb. Going up top for Miller. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and a mile.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's...
Webb can't escape as he goes down. Mike Zimmer got to be unhappy with how that turned out. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Tackle made by Eric Kendricks.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
3-yard pickup. And it's 3rd down.
Again, it's Mixon. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Cincinnati, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they hit the 10-win mark now at 10-5. And they'll return home next week to take on the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, they're guaranteed now a sub-500 season as they fall to 6-9. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants.